Beautiful day in Brantford. Hey everybody, we are here back at the church conversion in Brantford, and I'm here with my buddy Peter from the brickpainters.com. And these guys do amazing work when it comes to the restoration of old heritage buildings and making these old brick buildings, making them come back to life. And I used them before in another project and it turned out amazing. So I got them back here at the church because I want to take these old, ugly looking brick walls and I want to bring them back to life and bring them back to how they would have looked back in the day. So Peter, can you explain to us kind of the process of how you guys take these walls, these old brick walls, and make them look like they're brand new brick walls?
Okay, good. Yes, I can. We specialize in repainting already painted brick walls to make them look like the original unpainted look without the cost of the sandblasting, paint stripping, chemicals and such. And here we have a wall that's been painted brown, but it's also had a wall in front of it over almost a century, I guess.
Yeah, well, the original sanctuary here had the old wood paneling on here. So when we removed the old paneling, we were able to,
This is what was here.
Yeah.
So this has got a lot of mud and dirt on it, and we've got to wash all that we can off the residue before we start applying our paint. So all the walls that you're going to see here on this video, in this segment, all looked like this.
Yeah, so this is the untouched wall.
This is, I arrived, this is what I've seen on all the walls we're going to look at now.
We got Billy over in one of the other walls. Here, this is a bedroom. And we can see how he is basically physically scraping off the mud and the paint.
Right, what we do is we have to get it wet so we can get some of the old mud that's caked on very hard. And there was paint down here that had mud underneath the paint. So we're gonna wash all of this wall and get all the dirt off and get it prepped, ready for us to do our painting technique on top of all of this to bring it back to life. And then we can go to the next phase where it shows it in progress. Yeah, if we get it wet a bit.
It's crazy, it's actual mud.
Yeah,
it's actual mud that was on these walls, so.
Like, you can barely scrape it until.
As soon as you get it wet a bit, it loosens the mud so we can get the mud up.
That than all the water.
Yeah, and you can't paint on top of mud.
Yeah.
And we didn't know there was mud until we got here.
So probably what happened back in the day when they were doing the original brick construction of the church, it probably was a really muddy job site. The bricks were probably all covered in mud, and they actually built the wall. And then they did like the plastering, on the paneling and plastering on top of the wall.
And a lot of the color underneath here, this is getting close to what the original color of the brick was. It's a bit of a gray, it's a grayish look here. I know everybody likes to have interior brick walls, as you do, because they look fantastic and they're very period. But back in the day, if they knew they were going to be covering it with plaster or drywall or other sheeting, they would use what's called backup brick, which is not a top grade brick. It would be a third or a fourth grade brick.
Yeah.
And they didn't care what color it was. They didn't care how they finished it, the tooling, the mortaring, how they finished it.
Because on the outside, we have kind of like a more like beigey, creamy beigey limestone brick.
Right, and that was first grade brick.
First grade brick.
Because that was going to be seen from everybody from outside.
So that brick was actually created by the Diamond Brick Company here in Brantford, which was a really big brick manufacturer.
Right.
And then on the inside they used this grayish, probably lower quality.
Exactly, they saved money on the interior because they knew it was going to be hidden.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go check out the next stage of the brick preparation and see how we take it from this muddy, ugly brick into the finished product. Let's go take a look.
This is a wall that's in progress. It looked exactly like the one you just seen over in unit number 5, where it had brown paint on top of the mud and the rest was that yellow caked on mud. We've washed it all down, is what you seen Billy doing over in number 5. And then we put a base color of primer on top of it, and then a base color in off-white. And then we colored it to the mortar color. And this is the first of 4 colors of the brick to bring it back to the final look. And this is a completed wall. This wall looked just like that first one you seen that had the brown paint on it and the yellow mud. It's been washed down. It's had the primer, the off-white and the mortar color put on. And then you've seen the room in number 4 that has the blue, the first blue color of brick on it. Now it's got 3 more colors on top of it.
So we were able to actually find some of that original backing brick here, this interior layer of brick that was never painted, it wasn't covered in mud. So you can see that the original color, which was more of this kind of this gray brick color. So it's something that I really want to kind of bring back as part of the original character of this building. And it's turning out phenomenal. Like if you saw this up close and personal, it's very, very hard to tell that this is painted brick. It looks very, very realistic. Guys, check out the brickpainters.com. These guys go all over Ontario. Hire Peter and his company to complete any sort of brickwork that you guys need done. It really makes a big difference. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.